But anyway, let me ask you, how did your story get out there to where people actually investigated and found out that this was in fact a police officer, and he ended up getting fired? How did this all go down?
Well, when I put up the video, I think it made it to like a couple thousand views, and it didn't go any further than that. And I was like, man, like I'm surprised this video didn't go viral. And I had hit up, a website called the Free Thought Project. They also work with Cop Block, who is one of the hugest, Cop Block, Facebook users I ever seen on there. Like they got like 1.5 million followers on there. So I was like, okay,
Now
I
those,
need to I
uh,
need to just get the story out to somebody because somebody needs to see this. Like this is crazy. Like okay, yeah, I was talking shit. Yeah, I was provoking him, but still, this is what he said, and this is what he obviously felt at the moment, and what he always feels deep down inside.
yeah.
So I had sent the story over to the Free Thought Project.
If you
Could
got,
you hold on 1 quick second?
yeah,
Somebody calling me.
no doubt.
Cool.
All right, so Cop Block is one. I mean, they got like a million followers on Facebook alone. Those are good guys. I mean, they are Euro Americans, but through their actions, they prove to me that they're not racist. That particular group, they've proved by their actions and the work that they do. They've even put out a few of my stories, a few of my videos. They actually got out there and made them go viral. So definitely shout out to Cop Block and the Free Thought Project. They put the truth out there, no matter who it's for or against. So this brother contacted them, and this story was able to go viral and get a bad cop off the street. So I mean, definitely, I don't believe that all European Americans are bad people, but the bad ones definitely do seek positions of power, and they use that power to hurt black people. That's the problem. It's not about us hating European Americans or Europeans in general. It's about us, protecting ourselves and doing what we gotta do in the name of self-preservation. Are you back, brother?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, go
Uh,
continue.
yeah, like I was saying. Yeah, pretty much. When I was talking to the Free Thought Project, Viva email, there was a guy, I can't remember what his name was, but he was a really good dude. I sent it over to him. I was like, hey, I obviously was trolling the guy. This is what I was saying. He was like, anything that you said pretty much doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's what the cop said, because he's a cop.
yeah,
He's supposed to be on a different level than a person. He's
yeah.
not supposed to, first off, he's
That's
on a
supposed
video
to.
game. He's not supposed to stoop to any
Yeah,
level.
they're supposed to show
If
restraint.
Right, right. That's what you're supposed to do. Anytime, I'm pretty sure in their training courses, they got like a sergeant or someone above them that yells at them and,
Hmm.
tries to provoke them, and they're supposed to, keep restraint,
Yeah,
and stay in a calm fashion. You're
yeah,
not supposed to
yeah,
blow up and just say, I'll get paid to beat up niggas like you. So once I sent over to them, they said it was gold. And it was like, okay, cool. It's going to take us about a month and a half to build up this article and get everything ready. And, he was like, everything is beautiful, but the only thing is he got his information muted out. So, I had to make a choice. Did I want to give him his information, or don't I want to give him his information? So, I made the decision just to, give him his name, his badge number, the place he worked out, and the phone number of the place where he worked at. And they took it, and like a month and a half later, which was pretty much this past week, like, I happened to wake up, get on my YouTube, and it was just going crazy, with all types of comments and, the views. It was up to like 15,000 views in the first day. I was like, man, like
yeah,
this is pretty crazy. So I looked on Cop Block's Facebook, and, to find out that the Free Thought Project put out the story. They took over the story and they put it out. And then, I looked online, it was all kinds of, like, I seen thousands of articles on it. Then it was, people, emailing me, to do phone interviews. So I was like, man, like this is, actually, going crazy.
yeah. Those guys, they do good work. Cop Block and the Free Thought Project. I mean, they made my video go viral. Where the cop tells me don't make me fear for my safety.
Yeah, I seen that.
They're the reason it went viral and got out there. You see what I'm saying? And them guys are mostly like I don't even want to call them Euro Americans if it's offensive to them. That's why sometimes I really don't like saying certain things, because I don't want to offend certain people. But the whole thing is that it's not the good ones that are hurting us. It's the bad ones, and that's what we got to focus on. We can't say some Europeans are good and some Europeans are bad, because then it's gonna confuse black people. It's like you got to tell them, just like they tell their children, hey, black people are, they're this and they're that. Stay away from them.
Don't deal with them. Don't make them wives or husbands or anything. It's just like, if you take a pit full of 50 snakes and 25 of the snakes is poisonous, and 25 is not poisonous, are you going to hop in that pit to try to figure out what's not poisonous, or are you just going to stay the hell away from that pit?
Exactly. That's why I had to take that stance and be like, yo, we gotta separate. And it offends probably a lot of Euro Americans that haven't, really, had these feelings about black people, or like don't express it the way these overt racists do. But we got to be smart enough to think about self-preservation here and not really worry about whose feelings get hurt. They should understand what we've been going through, from the beginning, from our ancestors were brought to this country. We've been going through hell with Europeans, and it's not ending. There's no end in sight. So why should we still keep on begging and protesting and pathetic in their eyes? It comes a time when we have to be like, yo, this ain't gonna end, until we separate and start doing for ourselves. We just gotta believe that we can do it. So I mean,
right.
Definitely shout out to Cop Block and Free Thought Project. They've proved through their actions that they're not racist. They'll put out any story. You know what I mean? And a lot of their stories they put out are black people being mistreated, abused, murdered by racist Europeans. You know what I'm saying? So
right. And not to interrupt you, brother, but have you ever actually went through some of those comments where like they'll post a story, because I see them post it all the time. Like they'll post a story and say, this, unarmed black man shot. Have you ever actually went through some like their Facebook comments to see what other white people are saying about the video?
Oh hell yeah! It's not about race or he shouldn't have been carrying a gun. I mean they'll fabricate things that aren't even in the video. That's how much these people want to be right. It's sickening. I mean, no matter what type of evidence is in that video, they'll always try to justify what the cop did. I mean, if a black person is dead, they're happy, and they're gonna find a way to justify it in their mind. Them people in the comment sections, and it's not just it's anywhere where Europeans could leave a comment, like the Drudge Report,
right.
the Post. I mean, these are all websites where Euro Americans flock to. So and when the stories about a black person was a suspect or died or something, I mean, always they side with the police officer, no matter the evidence.